Have you ever thought that a simple snack could quietly damage your heart, your memory, or even your kidneys without you realizing it? If you're over 65, the nuts you keep in your pantry may not be as harmless as they seem. In fact, some of the most common ones, the ones you probably eat thinking they're healthy, could be silently making you sicker every day. But don't worry. Today, we're going to clear the confusion. In this video, you'll discover the 4 nuts that are essential for seniors, helping protect your bones, sharpen your mind, and even balance your blood sugar, and 4 that may do more harm than good. Especially as we age, some of these are shocking. One nut in particular, commonly found in trail mixes and health bars, has been linked to liver toxicity and cognitive decline in older adults. So make sure you stay with us until the end. Your long-term health may depend on it. Before we dive in, if you care about your health or the health of a loved one, click the like button, subscribe for more trusted senior wellness tips, and leave a comment, letting us know your age so we can better tailor future videos just for you. Let's start with one of the most beneficial nuts for anyone over 65, almonds. Almonds are more than just a crunchy snack. They're a true bone-building powerhouse. As we age, our bones naturally lose density, becoming more brittle and prone to fractures. But just a small handful of almonds each day, about 15 to 20, can help slow that bone loss thanks to their high calcium and magnesium content. What makes almonds truly special is how magnesium works inside your body. It acts like a delivery driver, helping calcium reach your bones, not your arteries, where it can cause dangerous plaque buildup. But that's not all. Almonds are also rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect brain cells from oxidative stress. This becomes increasingly important with age, as cognitive decline and memory issues become more common. And let's not forget, digestion. Seniors often struggle with constipation. And almonds, with over 3 grams of fiber per serving, offer natural relief for the best results. Choose unsalted, dry roasted almonds with the skin still on. The skin contains flavonoids that work together with vitamin E to create a double-strength antioxidant effect. Just chew carefully, especially if you have dental issues, and always consult with your doctor if you have trouble swallowing. Now, let's move on to our second supernut for seniors, walnuts. If you've ever noticed how a walnut looks like a miniature brain, that's no coincidence. Walnuts are often called brain food, and for good reason. They're the richest source of plant-based omega-3s, specifically alpha-linolenic acid. Omega-3s are vital for protecting the neurons in your brain. They help maintain cell membrane integrity, support communication between brain cells, and may even help slow mental decline. A recent study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who ate just 1 pound 5 ounces of walnuts per day for 8 weeks showed noticeable improvements in cognitive flexibility and processing speed. But the benefits go beyond the brain. Walnuts are also packed with polyphenols, powerful plant compounds that can cross the blood-brain barrier and fight inflammation in the brain. This is especially important in the fight against Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases. And if you have trouble sleeping, walnuts naturally contain melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate your sleep cycle, which often becomes disrupted with age. A small handful before bedtime could actually help you get deeper, more restful sleep. On top of all that, walnuts are also great for your heart. They contain arginine, an amino acid that helps relax blood vessels, and their antioxidants lower oxidative stress. Just a few halves a day, ideally 7 to 9 walnut halves, can make a big difference. And here's a bonus tip: cracking walnuts by hand is not only satisfying, it also helps keep your fine motor skills sharp. So, whether you're looking to boost your memory, support your heart, or simply sleep better, don't skip walnuts. Next up, and perhaps the most underrated nut when it comes to senior health, pistachios. While they may not get as much attention as almonds or walnuts, Pistachios have a unique superpower. They help regulate blood pressure naturally. You see, pistachios are high in potassium and low in sodium, two nutrients that are critically important as we age. Just 1 ounce of pistachios delivers about 285 milligrams of potassium, which helps your kidneys flush out excess sodium and supports healthy blood pressure levels. In fact, some studies show that regular consumption of pistachios can lower systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points, a result comparable to certain prescription medications, but without the side effects. But pistachios don't just help the heart, they're also great for eye health. They contain two powerful antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds concentrate in the macula, the part of your eye responsible for sharp central vision, and they play a key role in preventing age-related macular degeneration, the #1 cause of vision loss in people over 60. What's more, pistachios are gentler on your teeth than many other harder nuts, which makes them a practical choice for seniors with dental work or sensitive gums. They also contain about 3 grams of fiber per ounce, making them a helpful ally in blood sugar regulation, especially important for the 25% of older adults managing diabetes or prediabetes. And here's something you might not expect. The simple act of shelling pistachios naturally slows down how fast you eat. This makes you more mindful and can help with portion control, which is a subtle but powerful tool for maintaining a healthy weight. Try to enjoy about 49 pistachios per day, that's roughly 1 ounce, and go for unsalted or lightly salted options whenever possible. And now, taking the #1 spot, Brazil nuts. These rich, buttery nuts may not be as common in your pantry, but they hold a powerful secret selenium, an essential trace mineral that plays a major role in thyroid health, metabolism, and even mood regulation. Just one Brazil nut contains more than 130% of your daily selenium needs. That's right, just one. And why is that so important for seniors? Because as we age, thyroid problems become more common and often go undiagnosed, since the symptoms like fatigue, weight changes, or low mood are easily mistaken for signs of aging. Selenium helps activate thyroid hormones, which keep your energy levels stable and your metabolism running smoothly. It also plays a key role in supporting your immune system and cognitive function. But there's more. Brazil nuts contain healthy fats that support the myelin sheath, the protective coating around your nerve cells, which helps maintain sharp reflexes and quicker mental processing. This is especially important as nerve degeneration becomes more common with age. And here's something fascinating. Studies now suggest that the antioxidants in Brazil nuts may help slow the shortening of telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of your chromosomes that naturally shrink as you age. That means Brazil nuts could help slow down the aging process at the cellular level. But take this as a warning too. Brazil nuts are extremely potent. Too much selenium can actually be harmful. That's why experts recommend no more than 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day. Buy them in shell if possible. The shell helps preserve freshness and nutrients, and store them in the refrigerator, since their high fat content makes them prone to going rancid. They're not just nutritious, they're practical. Their creamy texture makes them enjoyable, even for seniors with sensitive teeth. And they're naturally satisfying, helping to reduce cravings for less healthy snacks. Now that we've covered the 4 best nuts for your body and brain, it's time to look at the other side of the story, the nuts you may want to avoid, especially if you're over 65. Let's start with one of the most popular and most misunderstood snacks of all time, peanuts. First, you should know peanuts aren't even real nuts. They're legumes, which means they grow underground, not on trees. And because of where and how they grow, they're prone to mold contamination, especially aflatoxins, toxic substances produced by certain fungi that can seriously harm the liver and increase cancer risk, especially in older adults. That's already a red flag. But there's more. Even without mold, peanuts contain natural proteins that can trigger inflammatory responses, even if you're not technically allergic. And let's face it, Chronic inflammation is already a major issue for many seniors, contributing to joint pain, heart problems, and memory decline. Peanuts are also very high in omega-6 fatty acids, which are pro-inflammatory when not balanced with enough omega-3s. Unfortunately, most diets today are already overloaded with omega-6s, adding more just tips the scale further in the wrong direction. And if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, you need to be extra cautious. Peanuts contain vitamin K, which can interfere with your medication, increasing your risk of blood clots or bleeding. The risks don't end there. Many commercial peanut butters are loaded with hydrogenated oils, added sugars, and excess sodium, all of which are bad news for your heart and blood pressure. Even natural peanut butter, if not stored properly, can go rancid, creating harmful free radicals that damage your cells. And dry roasting, a common commercial practice, can generate acrylamide, a chemical linked to cognitive decline. So if you've been reaching for peanuts out of habit, it might be time to switch things up. Even replacing them with almonds or pistachios just a few times per week can give your body a break from these hidden risks. Next on our list of nuts to be cautious about, cashews. They're creamy, delicious, and often found in healthy snack packs. But for seniors, cashews come with a few hidden risks that are worth paying attention to. Let's start with blood sugar. Cashews are surprisingly high in carbohydrates, about 9 grams per ounce, and have a moderate glycemic impact. For younger people, this may not matter, but for older adults especially, the nearly 50% who are diabetic or pre-diabetic, it's a concern. Many seniors eat nuts assuming they're blood sugar friendly, but cashews can cause spikes, particularly if eaten in large amounts or combined with other starchy foods. And there's another issue: choking hazards. Cashews are smooth and curved, which makes them harder to chew thoroughly. They are also one of the most commonly aspirated nuts among seniors, meaning they can accidentally enter the airway, especially in those with swallowing difficulties, which is more common after age 65. Nutritionally, cashews are also high in oxalates, compounds that can bind to calcium in your digestive tract and reduce absorption. That's not good news if you're already at risk for osteoporosis, which affects millions of seniors. Even more worrisome, oxalates are also linked to an increased risk of kidney stones, and the risk rises sharply after the age of 60. Cashews also go through extensive processing. They contain urushiol, a toxic compound found in poison ivy, and must be steam treated before they're safe to eat. Unfortunately, this process often strips away valuable nutrients, and many store-bought cashews are oil-roasted and heavily salted, adding unhealthy fats and sodium to a snack that's already problematic. Finally, cashews contain enzyme inhibitors, which can interfere with protein digestion, something many seniors already struggle with as digestive efficiency declines with age. So while they may taste good and feel soft, cashews can quietly work against your efforts to stay healthy in later life. A better option? Swap them out for almonds or walnuts, which offer better nutrition with fewer risks and still satisfy that craving for crunch. Now let's talk about the third nut you may want to avoid: macadamia nuts. There's no denying that macadamias are rich, buttery, and indulgent, but that luxury comes at a cost, especially for older adults. To begin with, macadamia nuts are the most calorie-dense nut available, packing around 200 calories and 22 grams of fat per ounce. For seniors, this can be problematic because metabolism naturally slows with age, making it harder to maintain a healthy weight. But it's not just the calories. Their high saturated fat content, about 3 grams per ounce, can raise LDL cholesterol, the bad kind that increases your risk of heart disease. And for many older adults already monitoring cholesterol, macadamias can push those numbers in the wrong direction. Here's something even more concerning for the 15% of seniors with asymptomatic gallstones. The fat load from macadamias can trigger painful flare-ups, even if you didn't know you had gallbladder issues before. Let's not forget dental health. Macadamias are dense and hard, posing a serious threat to crowns, bridges, and weakened teeth, common dental realities for people over 65. One wrong bite could mean a costly trip to the dentist. And while they're marketed as heart-healthy, most of the positive studies about nuts and heart health don't apply to macadamias, which are typically excluded due to their extremely high fat content. Macadamias are also among the most expensive nuts, which can lead budget-conscious seniors to choose cheaper, lower-quality versions that are often rancid or improperly stored, exposing you to oxidized fats, which can worsen inflammation and damage cells. To make matters worse, store-bought macadamias are often oil-roasted and salted, compounding the health risks by adding excess sodium and damaged fats. They're tasty, yes, but if you're eating them regularly thinking they're helping your heart, think again. Consider switching to pistachios or walnuts, which offer more nutrition and fewer drawbacks, especially for aging bodies. Finally, we come to the fourth nut that seniors should be especially cautious about: pine nuts. These tiny seeds from pine trees might seem harmless, especially when sprinkled into salads or blended into pesto, but they can actually pose serious health risks, particularly for older adults. One of the biggest concerns: drug interactions. Pine nuts contain compounds that can interfere with over 60% of the most commonly prescribed medications for seniors, including statins, blood pressure medications, and antidepressants. And yet, most doctors don't mention this risk, making it a hidden danger for anyone managing multiple prescriptions. But there's more. Pine nuts can cause something called pine mouth, a bizarre condition where you develop a metallic, bitter taste in your mouth that can last for days or even weeks after eating them. This may sound trivial, but for older adults, any disruption in taste can lead to loss of appetite, nutrient deficiencies, and even unintended weight loss, a problem that affects up to 42% of seniors. Pine nuts are also high in polyunsaturated fats, which oxidize quickly, turning into compounds that promote inflammation. That's a concern for anyone dealing with arthritis, heart disease, or other inflammatory conditions common in later life. And because they're tiny, smooth, and slippery, pine nuts are a choking risk, especially for those with dry mouth or trouble swallowing, which affects more than 70% of older adults on medications. It doesn't stop there. Pine nuts also contain enzyme inhibitors, which can make it harder for your body to digest protein. Not ideal, since protein absorption naturally declines with age. Even when hidden inside dishes like pesto, their high calorie and oil content can contribute to unwanted weight gain, which can strain the joints, blood sugar levels, and cardiovascular system. And here's something that may surprise you. New research suggests that compounds found in certain types of pine nuts may actually accelerate macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. So while pine nuts may seem small and harmless, they come with a big list of risks. If you're over 65, maybe time to say goodbye to them, or at least enjoy them only on rare occasions and in moderation. So, what's the takeaway? As we age, every bite matters more than ever. The nuts we choose to eat or avoid can make a real difference in how we think, move, sleep, and feel each day. Just a few simple swaps like choosing almonds over cashews or walnuts instead of peanuts can protect your heart, sharpen your memory, support your bones, and help you stay independent for longer. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about making smarter, more mindful choices, one snack at a time. Now it's your turn. Have you noticed changes in your health after adding or removing certain nuts from your diet? We'd love to hear your story. Drop a comment below and let us know what's worked for you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. share it with a loved one, and subscribe for more science-based health advice for seniors made simple. Until next time, take care of your body, and it will take care of you.